Hey, it's Olivia, and you probably know that today my podcast is podcast number 3, and it's a research special. And for my research special, I'm going to be researching the history of computers. So, one moment. Okay, here's the first one. In 1939, the first computer was made. Hewlett and Packard is founded. David Packard and Bill Hewlett found Hewlett-Packard in Palo Alto, California garage. Their first product was the HP 200A audio oscillator, which rapidly becomes a popular piece test equipment for engineers. Walt Disney Pictures ordered 8 of the 200B model to use as sound effects and generators for the. In 1940, the complex number calculator, CNC, is completed. In 1939, Bell Telephone Laboratories completed this calculator designed by researcher George Stibitz. In 1940, Stibitz demonstrated the CNC at American Mathematical Society conference held at Dartmouth College. Stibitz stunned the group by performing calculations remotely on the CNC located in New York City, using a telephone connected via special telephone lines. This is considered to be the first demonstration of remote access computing. 1941. Konrad Zuse finishes the Z3 computer. The Z3 was an early computer built by German engineer Konrad Zuse, working in complete isolation from developments elsewhere. Using 2,300 relays, the Z3 used floating point binary arithmetic, had a 22-bit word length. The original Z3 was destroyed in a bombing raid after Berlin in late 1943. However, Zuse later supervised a reconstruction of the Z3 in the 1960s, which is currently on display at the Deutsches Museum in Munich. 1943. Project Whirlwind begins. During World War II, the U.S. Navy approached the Massachusetts Institute of Technology about building a flight simulator to train bomber crews. The team first built a large analog computer, but found it inaccurate and inflexible. After designers saw a demonstration of the ENIAC computer, they decided on building a digital computer. By the time the Whirlwind was completed in 1951, the Navy had lost interest in the project. Though the U.S. Air Force would eventually support the project, which would influence the design of the SAGE program. 1944. Harvard Mark I is completed. Convinced by Harvard professor Howard Aiken and designed and built by IBM, the Harvard Mark I was a room-sized relay-based calculator. The machine had a 50-foot-long camshaft that synchronized the machine's thousands of component parts. The Mark I was used to produce mathematical tables, but was soon superseded by stored program computers. 1945. John Van Neumann wrote first draft of a report on the EDVAC, in which he outlined the architecture of a stored program computer. Electronic storage of the programming information and data eliminated the need for the more clumsy methods of programming, such as punched paper tape, a concept that has characterized mainstream computer development since 1945. Hungarian-born von Neumann demonstrated prodigious experts in hydrodynamics, basilics, meteorology, game theory, statistics, and the use of mechanical devices for computation. After the war, he concentrated on the development of the Princeton's Institute for Advanced Studies computer and its copies around the world. 1950. Engineering Research Associates of Minneapolis built the ERA 1101, the first commercially produced computer. The company's first customer was the U.S. Navy. It held 1 million bits on its magnetic drum, the earliest magnetic storage devices. Drums registered information as magnetic pulses in tracks around a metal cylinder. Read-write heads both recorded and recovered the data. Drums eventually stored as much as 4,000 words and retrieved any one of them in as little as 5,000ths of a second. 1952. John Van Neumann's IAS computer became operational at the Institute for Advanced Studies in Princeton, New Jersey. Contract obliged the builders to share their designs with other research institutes. This resulted in a number of clones. The Maniac at Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory, the ILLIAC at the University of Illinois, and the Jonanak and Raincorp, the SILLIC in Australia, and others. 1953. IBM shipped its first electronic computer, the 701. During 3 years of production, IBM sold 19 machines to research laboratories, aircraft companies, and the federal government. 1954. The IBM 650 magnetic drum calculator established itself as the first mass-produced computer, with the company selling 450 in 1 year. Spinning at 12,500 RPM, the 650's magnetic data storage drum allowed much faster access to stored material than drum memory machines. Guys, so we're running really low on time, so I guess that's all. Thanks.